Now I'm straight, now I get it, now I take time.
You're 5'4". What is going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Wingboys. I'm Billy, as always. I'm here with Anthony. You guys are gonna get a double back-to-back feature because old habits die hard. I still haven't edited and posted the last podcast, which we were talking about before the fantasy draft and before football Thursday. I want you guys to go back at that one first and watch it because I want you to hear very clearly Anthony say, I feel like he's going to be a sleeper. I feel like he's going to have...
You could get him in round 2 or 3, sir.
You don't need to take your first pick as Amon-Ra St. Brown. You can get him in the second. You can even get him in the third round. Well, I'm going to take that one piece because I'm going to listen to it every night. Because not only I did 3 fantasies in the past 2 weeks.
Over 3 for...
Oh, actually no, I did get him in the other one because I've been burned before. So...
Which one? The one with your family?
Yeah, the one with my family. Because after the first... So
you can get them in after the ones that I'm in.
Yeah, so in the first one that I went with Anthony...
It's so funny.
We'll talk about the actual fantasy drafts, but I want to talk about Amon-Ra St. Brown because this man with his whole chest told me, yeah, you can get him in the second, maybe in third round. In all 3 fantasies, he was going first. In all 3 of my drafts. And if anyone had a draft...
He was going like the top of the second.
No.
But like, he's...
No, because it was the first. Because I remember it was before in the last fantasy.
He's good, but he's not like a top guy. He's not someone that you're gonna.
Well, what do you know, buddy? Because clearly everyone else thinks differently.
I mean, I got Devontae Adams on one of my teams, Tyreek Hill.
All right,
Those are the guys you go for in the first round.
So do you want to go over our fantasy teams? I think we're watching.
I mean, I got 4 of them, so.
Let's only talk about the 2 that we're in together, because I think that's more important. Because that's what everyone came here to see. Is really our rivalry. Everyone, all 3 subscribers, thank you guys so much.
Yeah.
You're
the reason we keep going.
Exactly.
Stop.
Until we stop for no reason in the middle of the summer because we just can't meet up. We're actually
watching them to stop sporting.
Oh, you should stop. Yeah, we have wings. I don't even know what a
Justice League.
You want to go with the Justice League first?
No, we can start with that one.
We'll start with the Ivy League fantasy football.
Yeah.
All right. So I don't even know what flavors these are anymore, guys. It's been a long day. I started my day at 4 in the morning, which is funny because they were trying to trade in the other league.
Now on 2 teams. Weird.
Shh, we'll talk about it. Yeah, someone else made fun of me for that. So, I woke up at 4 in the morning today to respond to one of these derelicts that wants to trade.
Derelicts.
It's a word.
It's a big word we're using.
Listen, they've been going crazy in that group chat. That's the nicest I can say, alright? But, anyways, and then out of nowhere, this kid decided to text me 12 hours later. Oh, you want to record today? So here we are. We're recording on Thursday Night Football, the start of the season.
All right.
We have the game going. Let's talk about it. We're talking about Ivy League?
Yeah.
All right.
So, what number pick did you have? You had the first pick?
I had the first pick overall. And I chose Greg Zerl. No, I'm kidding. With my first overall pick, I chose Jamar Chase because...
Well, you could also go here.
Where's that?
If you go to draft recap in the league.
Thanks, Kamish. And everyone flamed me for that, but I firmly do not believe in fraud Cousins. I don't believe Kirk Cousins is going to do as well as...
I don't think you should have been flamed for it. I mean, yeah. I think it's a good pick because he's one of the top receivers in the league.
I agree. He's number 2.
There's been something going around about just a theory that like the consensus number 1 pick doesn't usually perform to that number 1 pick level. Like he's not the best player in fantasy that year.
Who was it last year? Do you remember?
Last year it was the first overall pick last year I think was Christian McCaffrey because he was finally healthy and then he played well but he was out a little bit and I think Justin Jefferson
teams halfway through.
Yeah, but he was better after he switched teams.
100%.
But no, I think the best player in fantasy last year was Justin Jefferson, which now is why he's going projected number 1 overall in all drafts.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a theory going around that the projected top pick in every fantasy draft doesn't perform to that level. So
yeah,
maybe you avoided some
disappointment.
Yeah, some bias.
I had plenty more disappointment coming up, so stay tuned and be sure to like and subscribe. What was your overall pick?
So my first round pick, I had the 7th pick. I took Nick Chubb.
Which is wonderful.
Because at that point, Chase is gone, Jefferson's gone, CMC, Eckler, Tyreek, Kelsey's gone, and don't trust Cooper Kupp. I don't want to take. I mean, I was still under the impression that this was a year where RBs were going to be
heavy.
I had a feeling that they were still important, and then I mean, this was relatively early on when we drafted, but I kind of switched. I switched the script a little and took more wide receivers in the other drafts because I realized that that's what this year's going to be. It's going to be about the receiver, a lot less value across the board in receivers.
You know me, I believe in tight ends, but
yeah. Okay.
Before we continue to the second one, I just want to say I just got one of the team names for one of my other fantasy drafts was Two Girls No Cup as in Cooper Kupp, and I think I'm gonna drop out of that league now. That's rough.
Easy.
I don't want to hear that ever again. Anyways, my second choice was Travis Etienne Jr. because I also believe in a running game. I think he's gonna have a really good show out year.
Yeah, I was taking the 3rd pick in the 2nd round, so he wasn't even close to you. But I told you he was going in the 2nd round.
All right, buddy.
Who did I take? I took AJ Brown because at that point I was going to take Devontae, which is crazy that Devontae was going in the 2nd round at that point in time because I just did a draft the other night, Tuesday night, and I took Devontae with the 5th overall pick that I had in the 1st round.
Was that the same one that we did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people were making fun of me for that one too, but I was like, I'm not taking Cooper Kupp. Travis Kelce, I mean, he's got value, but if I'm going to take someone with my 1st round pick, I want him to play week 1.
No, it's a smarter choice to take a wide receiver or a
yeah.
Especially
I wasn't gonna go down and take Stephon Diggs because Devontae Adams is there, the value's there,
Absolutely
not that Diggs is bad.
No, I think it was a better pick to choose Devontae Adams first. My 3rd choice was DK Metcalf, and I will not make the same mistake twice. I will not trade him for anything. God forbid anyone even ask me.
Yeah.
That was definitely the beginning of the downfall of my team last year. And he's just solid.
So for the 3rd round, I was targeting Jahmyr Gibbs, Joe Mixon, T. Higgins as possible choices for my 3rd round picks. They all got taken. T. Higgins was taken right before my pick. So I decided to get a solid running back 2, not knowing that there was still value to be seen in running backs later on. Because I then ended up getting Rashad White and James Cook.
Which were also great picks.
But if I wanted to get a receiver there, I could have taken Devontae Smith, which would have been good. I wanted to take Calvin Ridley, but I waited too long on him, and I have him in another league. But no, I went running back there. Because again, I was still in this kind of running back mindset. I usually draft running back receiver.
Which I did the same
this year. Yeah.
Yeah, I did that this year. So after DK Metcalf, I went to Breece Hall, who is a gamble. I think he's gonna.
I think it's a solid gamble.
It's a solid gamble. I think he's going to. Absolutely. I think he's going to be a good flex option because he's going to have that. He's going to offset. Yeah. In the beginning, they're probably not going to use him a lot just to make sure he's healthy. More Dalvin Cook, and then it's going to be a 50-50 opportunity later in the season. And also, we never know what's going to happen to Dalvin Cook, so there is opportunity there. It was a good pick to hold on to and keep him in a flex option.
Yeah. I mean, he's practicing. They say he's supposed to play week 1. So it's just about how much work he gets and how much they ramp it up and then what the split is with Dalvin Cook. Yeah.
I can't imagine they're going to really overload him
in
the beginning. And also, we have Aaron Rodgers who's going to throw a lot to all his great weapons, so that's also going to take some of the load off of him.
Yeah, very true.
Who'd you have number 4? This is when you started getting
receivers? So 3rd round I took Rashad White. 3rd round I took Ramondre. 4th round I took Rashad White. That was a few picks before you took Breece, and then after you took Justin Fields in the 5th, I went with James Cook because I wanted a lot of running back value. I was still under that impression, and I feel like I have a good running back core, but then my receivers are a little tough because I waited too long on taking guys like DJ Moore or taking a guy like Calvin Ridley, like I said, as my receiver 2. So then in the 6th round, I took Drake London as my wide receiver 2. I think, and other people also think, that he could be a breakout receiver this year and have a lot of chemistry with Desmond Ridder.
This is the 2nd year, right?
Yeah, this is the 2nd, yeah. But not a lot of people have a lot of confidence because Desmond Ridder, it's his 1st year starting, and he's not all too great, but we'll see.
You never know. But yeah, I did take Justin Fields because I love me running quarterback. I think he's going to be a solid pick. and going up next to my other QB, I think it was a good choice because I can kind of bounce off their schedules. But then I took Pat Fryermuth as my tight end just because he did so well for me last year. Definitely one of those choices that I didn't expect to do well for me, but I'm going to keep pushing.
Miguel, oh my God, that's
Yeah, I was just, wow, you sure picked the wing. While you do that, I'll keep going down my list because I'm a big fan of the tight end, putting the tight end in the flex option. Tight ends were the real backbone of my team last year, which could have been dumb luck, and I'm hoping I get dumb luck again this year. But I also got George Kittle. I think it's also a good backup option, someone to swap out with Pat Fryermuth if I have the flex filled. And then I'll go into my quarterback and I'll let you jump back. My backup quarterback is Geno Smith. I think after the phenomenal year he had last year, I think he's going to go into this year even better. He's going to really produce a lot more. And I just like the guy. Yeah. So I definitely picked more with my heart than my brain on that one.
Yeah, I think I drafted more with my heart on this one. Definitely could have drafted better now that I'm looking back at it. But round 7, I took a guy that I really wanted. I had him in 3 out of my 4 leagues, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Jahan Dotson. I think, and a lot of other people think that he's going to have a breakout year. And with Terry sitting out week 1, he's going to get a lot of looks on targets. And it's just about how that goes for the rest of the season, if he can keep that momentum going. And then into the 8th round, tight ends were kind of going off the board, so I took my starter in David Njoku. I think he's going to have another good year with Deshaun Watson finally having a full season to have a chance with the Browns. Mm-hmm. Definitely a better quarterback than anything Njoku's had.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be good for him. Yeah.
Going into the 9th, I chose Sky Moore because I think he's going to get a lot more. He had a pretty good end of the year last year with the Chiefs. I think he's going to get more targets now because I think they're going to be double covering Kelsey. I think they're going to really be on top of Kelsey, and that's going to give more position for the wide receivers. I think he's wide receiver 3 on that, or might have got bumped up to 2 after Juju left. But
yeah, he might be.
I think he's bumped up to 2.
He might be 2 or 3 because Kadarius Toney is probably number 1 or 2. Marquez Valdes-Scantling's up there. They have Rashee Rice, the rookie. Justin Ross finally playing. He was injured last year. I think, honestly, Justin Ross is going to be a guy that everyone's going to want to look at for that Chiefs receivers. He's quick. He's a big guy. He's been having a lot of good showings in the preseason, the training camp. I'm excited to see how the season goes for him.
Absolutely. Well, I know what ESPN Fantasy is saying right now is that Valdes-Scantling and Sky Moore are more favored to be wide receiver 1 just because of Kadarius Toney's knee. So if he stays healthy,
yeah,
exactly. So if he stays healthy and gets healthy, he'll be able to be more that favorite position. But I do agree with you. I think they're going to get a lot more showing.
Yeah, for sure.
Who's your number 9?
So 9th, I waited too long to take a quarterback, and I took Dak.
Yeah,
I think he's good. He's a good passer. He's got a lot of weapons, and he's a runner. And I've grown to learn over the past few seasons that running quarterbacks tend to have more value in fantasy. And then into the 10th round, I took another guy who I think is going to be a sleeper, Nico Collins. You have Robert Woods there, who's a good vet, good hands, but he's older, so he'll probably be more of like a wide receiver 2. You have Tank Dell, the rookie. You have John Mechie, but Nico Collins is a guy that's been there for a little bit. Maybe it's his 3rd season, maybe 4th.
Gotcha.
Excuse me, but I expect him to be the wide receiver 1 there, and with a young quarterback like C.J. Stroud, who's good in college and has some promise, I think they'll probably develop some chemistry and have some good connections.
That's fair. Number 10 is where I started losing my mind. It was such a late draft. Everyone was taking their sweet time. I was trying to go to bed.
Yeah.
And I was kind of rushing my positions. At this point, I had a solid team. I wasn't too worried about my bench, so I switched over to the defense now, and I got the 49ers defense, which is top of the league.
Solid. Yeah.
I think even if they're not going to give me a lot of points, at least I took those points away from someone else who could have the competitive edge over me. Other than that, I really don't have much argument against it. I think it's a solid pick, and I'm glad I picked it now because I think around this time is when everyone else started picking their defenses. While you're chewing, I'll just go into my number 11, which is DJ Chark, who I think is going to have a great year with Carolina. Same thing. He's got a young quarterback in CJ Stroud. I think he's going to really show out with him as long as he stays healthy. Right now, he's in that questionable range, so he's on my bench. But once he's kind of back in action and ready to throw, I think, again, another person that was a sleeper on my team last year that actually really produced very well and put me over the edge.
I think he's starting the season injured.
Yeah.
But we'll see. There's a lot of mouths to feed in Carolina. They have some young receivers, Terrace Marshall, the rookie Jonathan Mingo, who they like a lot. They brought in Adam Thielen, who's 33, but...
also questionable, I think, right now.
Oh, is he?
I'm pretty sure he's questionable.
He'll be a great veteran presence. I don't know that he's going to have a lot of great numbers for fantasy, but I think he'll do well. But yeah, no. For my 11th round pick, I took the handcuff for Ramondre. I took Zeke. Just because I feel like if anything happens to Ramondre, Zeke's the guy that's going to step up. So I figured better to have him than not. Round 12, I took my backup tight end with a guy with some upside, I think, Dalton Kincaid, the rookie tight end for Buffalo. I've been seeing a lot of stuff coming out of the preseason and training camp that he's been playing almost all his snaps as a slot receiver and none as a tight end. So that's probably what they're going to use him as. And that's in an offense like that, even if it's too many mouths to feed, they're such a pass-happy team that and they love this guy. So
you'll get some points on that. And even with Zeke, I think he's going to play the same role in New England as he did in Dallas, where he's like you're going to get so many points just on first down conversions and touchdowns with him. So I think they're probably going to use him as the same. They're just going to use him as a battering ram for that wall of defensive linemen. His poor brain, shot. Round 12 for me is going to be Raheem Mostert. I want a solid backup. He's probably going to see a lot of playing time.
Well, he's starting at least for the first week or so because Jeff Wilson's on IR.
Exactly.
I think Devin Achane is injured.
Yeah, so I think he's going to see a lot in the backfield.
Yeah, Achane is someone that a lot of people think are going to take over the.
Someone just told me about that today because I was looking at trade opportunities. Like that's someone you want to try and sneak up on.
Yeah.
After that,
100%.
After that, I got Jameson Williams, who is suspended right now. But again, at this point in the game, I was just trying to pick up people just to kind of get them in. I had no more intel. I don't have depth charts like you. I don't have a beautiful mind back here.
Not everyone can be.
Not everyone can know how to play the game. So what is your 13th?
So that round, I took a defense because they started coming off the board. I took the Jets defense.
Solid defense.
I think they have a lot of promise this year.
Absolutely. I think they're projected very low. For what
not very low, but...
No, I mean, lower than they should be. But...
That's fair.
Because I think they're still top 5. I'm not saying, like...
Yeah, no, I think
they're
definitely
top 5.
Yeah. But then, 14th round, I took my kicker because those started flying off the board. I took Evan McPherson. Great kicker in the league.
That's a solid choice.
Yeah.
I got to stick with Gregory Leggery. He's always done good by me.
Yeah, you know?
I have no arguments there. And then, my last two were Paris Campbell and Cairo Santos. Just another receiver and another kicker. At this point, they're just trading fodder. They're just like a little bow.
Yeah.
Whenever you want to trade somebody, I'll throw in a wide receiver for you. Why not? What about you? What were your last two?
I took the backup, the handcuff to Nick Chubb. I took Jerome Ford. And I took a backup quarterback just in case. I took Matt Stafford, who then I dropped and picked up Russell Wilson. So, yeah.
Broncos country. That's right. I think, between the two of them, Russell Wilson is the better choice.
We're going to go through this other league now, too?
Yeah, might as well. I mean, what else do you want to talk about? There's a game going on right now that hasn't even started yet. We'll make some predictions for the week. Of course, we got to end with our predictions of the week, but we'll go a little quicker. Because I feel like I have a lot of similar people. But I do want to talk about when I get to my 8th round debacle. I was getting a lot of flack for this draft, but that's all right. My first overall pick.
I made questionable decisions, sir.
I made a lot of questionable decisions. I was not in the right state of mind. I wasn't expecting to do this third one, honestly. I was very content with my 2 leagues And then this man texts me out of nowhere, hey, do you want to do another league? My boy's looking for one more player. And I should have said no.
You should have.
Ladies and gentlemen, I should have said no. I started off strong. I started off with CD Lamb, a solid wide receiver, and then went right into, I went back-to-back receivers on this one. My running back game certainly suffered. I was the opposite of you and the other team.
You were close to getting Amon-Ra that year.
What did you say?
You were close to getting Amon-Ra this one.
Yeah, it literally, I didn't even notice. It was the guy right before me. And all of a sudden I get a text from Anthony going, eat shit, Bill. And I'm like, what happened? And then I looked up and I saw he was taken. I was so mad. But I'll just do my top three because I know you're going to talk about my third one right now. So I did CD Lamb, DK Metcalf, and then my third I grabbed Evan Engram. Which third round, I know a tight end in the third round is crazy.
Evan Engram in the third round is crazy. I mean,
Well,
I understand, Mark Andrews.
He was
available.
He was available?
Yes, he was, because he got taken in the fourth round. I understand maybe Darren Waller was taken in the fifth round.
Kelsey was gone.
Yeah.
Kel was gone.
No, Kelsey was. Oh yeah, Kelsey was gone in the second round, but that makes sense because he was injured in the first game. But still,
Well,
Kittle was not gone. Evan Engram was the second tight end taken in this draft, sir. That's on you.
That's on me.
That's on you.
I literally was like, I just got home. I jumped in the shower. I'm literally showering and I hear ding 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 click. And so I didn't get a chance to really see what my options were, which is, like I said, we'll see later. So what were your top three then, Mr. What's your name in this? Something horrible. Your team names are so atrocious.
You really want me to do that?
No. No, who wants to put it off of YouTube?
Alright. So my first round pick, I had the fifth overall pick. Took Devontae Adams.
Mm-hmm.
Only because Tyreek was taking the pick for me. Very upset about it.
That would have been a solid first pick.
And then the second round, somehow Tony Pollard fell down to me. So I took him as my other running back because he's going to have a good year.
Mm-hmm.
Moving all the way to the third round, T. Higgins somehow fell to me. So I took T. Higgins.
Yeah, you were incredibly lucky with this round.
Yeah, I had a good draft this year.
All the way down to the end.
And then, who did I take fourth round? Rashad White as my RB2. I feel like that's pretty solid. Fifth round, I took James Cook, another league where I have Rashad White and James Cook. I actually have James Cook, I think, in all my leagues.
Oh, wow.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. At least 3 out of the 4. I'm not sure about the fourth, but yeah. And then I was like, all right, I'm not going to win on the tight end again. I took Dallas Goedert in the 6th. And then somehow in the 7th, Joe Burrow was all the way there. And I took Joe Burrow as my starting quarterback in the 7th round.
That was incredibly
That's
shocking.
crazy. I don't know how that happened. Because other people needed quarterbacks.
Yeah, we'll get there. Well, around that time, that's when everyone started taking quarterbacks. So, my fourth, I got my RB1. I got my RB1 and 2 back-to-back. I did Jahmyr Gibbs and Isaiah Pacheco, which isn't top of the league, but they're definitely going to do very well. I think Jahmyr Gibbs is going to really show out for me. I got Cam Akers as a good flex, and actually I already traded him away. And I have Michael Pittman Jr. for number 7, because I need a little more wide receiver depth. And then, round 8, I was looking for my quarterback, and I somehow managed to click Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, that was really bad.
That was a really...
you made up for it by snagging Tua, I think.
Yes, yeah. So I did come back later and grab Tua. I was so lucky that there was an opportunity to get Tua, but
wow.
I almost left the group chat at that point when I clicked Baker Mayfield. I'm texting it. Literally, all I can think of in my head was, it was a misinput. It was a misinput. Calm down.
Calm down.
And I literally sat there, the water running down my face of the shower. I was like a sad song was gonna start playing, and I was mortified. And I know I'm never gonna get. No one's gonna trade. I almost want to keep him in case someone's that desperate in need of a quarterback. No one's gonna take him.
I promise you, there's other quarterbacks to pick up.
There's so many other quarterbacks. So I had to pick up quick. So I didn't get Tua right after that. I got Rashad Penny as my running back, and then I got Derek Shark Jr. as my
Derek?
No, DJ. I'm sorry. I don't know where Derek came from. I'm still so flustered about Baker.
Yeah.
I no longer.
Apparently.
I'm not seeing straight right now. The walls are spinning. But yeah, this was not a good draft, folks. I really did not do well. Anthony was thriving and striving.
I took Roshan Johnson. I took Tank Bigsby. A couple of sleeper guys who could have big roles in their offenses. I'm happy with the way I drafted. According to ESPN, the final standings projections, I'm projected first. So
I think I'm projected 11th. Somehow I'm not projected last in this league.
I don't know how.
I don't know how either. I want to see. Hold
With
on.
all the picks that you made,
Listen, even ESPN knows there's some hope. Now, what if I win?
I mean,
What if I win?
last year you had Josh Allen. That's why you won 9 straight.
Josh Allen. No, but it wasn't even. It was Josh Allen, but
And
also
it was Brees. And it
Brees
was-
Hall, Mark Andrews, Pat Fryermuth. I had DJ.
You had DK.
I had DK. Yeah, I had a really stacked team, but it was never. It was a stacked team of people that no one talked about. None of the top 5 people. And you all clowned me for my first overall pick, which is so funny because when they first asked if I was any good at football or if I watched football, I was trying to gaslight them. I was trying to tell his friends, "Oh yeah, Steph Curry is my favorite goalie" or something like that. And as I'm saying my lies, this man decides to say, "This man drafted Josh Allen first overall and won 9 in a row." I don't know what to make of this kid.
Yeah. Just,
How do I find the league standings?
oh, what? Final standings projections?
Yes, because I want to see. Yeah, I want to see who is underneath me.
Underneath me.
Relax. Oh, it's Herbie's.
Herbie's Reloaded.
Yeah. Which it's not. He doesn't have a bad team. It's not bad. He's got Jake Jennings,
Yeah.
and he's got Crystal Lobby. He's got Mike Williams. He doesn't have a bad team at all. So I'm surprised that he's projected so low. But we'll see what happens. Do you have anything else you have to say about your fantasy?
No. I mean,
I've already turned you off to the entire season after my fantasy picks. He doesn't even want to watch football anymore. The
I don't know
podcast is
how you
over.
do it. No. I don't know. I feel like I'm too invested in fantasy this year, even though I don't feel like I care about it so much, or at least as much as I did or used to, or have. But I mean, I'm in 4 leagues. Like I feel like at that point, I'm just kind of like numb to it. I'm just like, all right, whatever happens, happens. You know, I picked up good players. I'm not gonna try too hard for trades because it's just gonna consume all my time, and I have other stuff to focus on. So I'm gonna just let it ride. But I like the teams that I have, honestly. I have T. Higgins on 2 teams.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah. Love me some TT. Got Ramondre on 2 of my teams. I have James Cook on 3 of my teams. I have Rashad White on 2 of my teams.
You know who I don't have in 2 of my teams?
Who?
Amon
Asked.
Alright, so I don't know what's going on. The game already started.
It's
but
on NBC.
Oh.
Maybe that's why.
Yeah, what do I know?
Apparently.
Well, how do you feel about this game? Blowout, close game. I think it's gonna be a high scoring
You
game.
know, no Chris Jones, no Travis Kelce. I think the Chiefs are still a dynamic team that can take over the game. But the Lions have improved a lot, and they're no team to sneeze at. I think it can be a good game, but I wouldn't count the Chiefs out.
Oh, not gonna Chiefs out one bit, but do
Yeah.
you see? What's your give me a percentage chance that the Lions actually upset and take over?
I'd say 40.
That's a good number. I'll give you 40.
Yeah.
I agree with 40. I think that would set.
Maybe a little bit. Maybe I want to give them a little more credit than that, but yeah,
40 is a realistic number for
40 to 43.
going up against the Super Bowl champs.
Yeah.
I think it is a realistic number, despite them not having Kelsey, despite them not having Chris Jones, like you said. I think it would be a really good way to set the tone of the season if the Lions take over.
Joe Burrow gets record deal. Comes the let's see how these. David Montgomery has 7 rush yards.
Are you watching the game right now?
No. Looking at stats.
Stats?
Yeah. Clyde Edwards-Helaire 2 carries for 8 yards. Jarek McKinnon 1 catch for 10 yards. Noah Gray 1 catch for 5 yards. I think the Lions are just now on offense for the first time.
Let's find out.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, guys, be quiet over there. We're watching.
David Montgomery?
That sure is his back. Yeah, thanks, man.
They signed him just this offseason from Chicago.
Did you see Nick Bosa is the highest paid defender?
Mm-hmm.
What was it? It was like 57 million? Is that my boy?
Yeah.
I hate you. I'm seething with rage.
Well, he's good.
He's great. I hate you. I know he's good. Let's see what we got here. Oh, what a fucking whiff.
Slapped it away.
Slapped it away.
Why are you so angry?
I don't know. You know, I'm so heated knowing that Amon-Ra St. Brown is on 3 of my teams in a row. All right. Why don't you pull up the rest of the week? We have all of our games. These are all
Maybe you
division
should have a
rounds.
better pick in those drafts.
Pull up the week schedule.
What number pick did you have in your family league?
In my family league, I think I was like 5th overall.
Were you 5th? Would you take him around the 1st?
Did I? I might have.
You're a fool.
I don't even remember. I don't even want
Come on, Jared Golf.
To the
Ooh.
defense.
Is that a catch?
Who is that? Number 0? Is that Marvin Jones?
That's a great question too. But they're close enough on Jared
it was a
Goff's
catch.
mug.
Alright, so these are the games of the week. Right now, obviously, we have Detroit versus Kansas City.
Detroit taking it all the way. Let's go Lions.
Alright. I'm gonna take the underdog in this. I'm gonna take Detroit. Actually, no, I'm gonna take the Chiefs because this game's not looking good to start.
It's not a good offensive
I'm not
drive.
gonna lie, yeah, that was bad. They didn't even get out of their own 20.
That's
We have the Texans versus the Ravens.
Ravens.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Ravens in that. Texans are a young team, not very established and together yet.
Oh, they did get it.
What in the Sam?
Yeah, they got the fourth down conversion. Look at that.
That's crazy.
Look at that angry walrus right there.
I love Detroit.
Yes,
I think I'm
sir.
gonna take Detroit.
Nah, it's too late now, buddy. You're taking a losing team. Am I right?
Alright, so yeah, Ravens or Texans, take the
I'm
Ravens.
gonna say Ravens. Yeah, I have no idea what to make of this Texans team right now. I
Yeah,
do want to watch them for morbid curiosity.
I'm excited to see the Ravens offense though. With Zay Flowers,
oh my
Rashad Bateman
God.
stepping up to that wide receiver 1 role. OBJ, he said he feels like a rookie going into the season.
I'm so excited. He's
I
upset.
just like to hear these things. I'm not
I'm
not sold on OBJ being good, but
No, I think
it's
it's
something
been,
that just makes you excited.
it's been like
to
3
watch him
years,
play.
right?
Yeah.
3,
Two,
2,
I think.
2. It's been a while. It's been a move.
Did you see that Jahmyr Gibbs? No, he spun out of a tackle. Someone was bringing him down, and he spun and shook the ball.
he said I'm not going down, and that's why
And
he's on my
he
team.
still got like 2 or 3 yards.
That's,
Bye.
he can't see you yet. What's next game?
He's so switch. Panthers versus Falcons at the Falcons. I'm going to take the Falcons in that one.
I'm gonna say Panthers.
Good new rookie Bijan Robinson. Second year Drake London. You got Kyle Pitts still. They have a solid defense. They just recently signed Calais Campbell. But yeah, no, Panthers are a good team. I think it's going to be good.
I'm really excited. I'm really excited to see the Panthers. What a
that?
catch! Don't tell me. Don't tell me that's.
That's wild. He's number 14.
Big 14. I hate
Yeah,
you.
I'm taking the Falcons in that one. After that is Bengals and Browns. I'm going to take the Bengals in that one.
Bengals.
Got a
Why
healthy offense. Joe Burrow's actually playing.
Joe Burrow is playing. They cleared him.
Yeah.
They must have given him what they gave Pat Mahomes in the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
He's
except
wide.
it's 3 days before he's supposed to play.
That means it's extra strong, buddy. He's gonna walk him right through.
Yeah, okay.
Right through the
I'm
Sunday.
taking the Bengals on that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Bengals on that.
After that is the 49ers and Steelers. It's going to be a defensive battle.
It is gonna be.
But I'm going to take the 49ers in that one, honestly. I think the 49ers defense is better than the Steelers. Not that that means anything in terms of how they'll play against the offense, but I think the 49ers offense is more dynamic than the Steelers is.
100%.
So they'll be able to catch the Steelers defense off guard every once in a while and make some big plays.
It's gonna be some big, absolutely, and because you have such a star-studded team still, you have
Yeah.
you have Brock Purdy with a season under his belt,
Yeah.
a whole offseason.
Brandon Ayuk, Debo, Samuel, George Kittle, almost a Debo Kittle.
Debo Kittle.
Stupid. Okay. Yeah, no, taking the 49ers on that one. Next is Cardinals at the Commanders. I'm taking the Commanders on that
I'm
one.
gonna take Commanders.
Yeah.
I think the only thing worse than a chaotic Commanders is the even more chaotic Cardinals.
I've been hearing a lot of good things out of Washington about Sam Howell, and they have Brian Robinson, Antonio Gibson splitting the backfield. I like Washington.
I think it's gonna be a good year. I think they fired their owner's gone now, right?
Yeah, they sold the team. It's a new owner.
So that's already a big promise.
You
What else we got?
Jahmyr Gibbs, look at him go! Wow, cuts up field.
Oh! Love to see it.
Come on, that's what I'm saying, man.
I
I wanted him on my teams.
Well, guess who got him?
Because I told you to. Because you
did.
You had no running
back.
back.
You saved my life. You texted me.
You had no running back. Took Evan Engram in the 3rd round. I was like, please, to save your team, take Jahmyr Gibbs if he's there.
No, if I win in that league, it is solely by Anthony. It is by.
I texted him. I was like, do you want advice? You want to just run on your own?
I said, please.
I didn't want to just take over the draft for him.
Listen, I live.
Look at him run. That's pretty.
That is an athlete right there.
See, look at him. He's not going down.
Strength.
All right.
99 overall strength.
Next game is Buccaneers versus Vikings. Taking the Vikings on that one.
I will say the Vikings because I think the only thing.
Look at Amon-Ra catch that ball.
Don't talk to me.
Look at him catch that ball and get fancy points.
You're making
for
me.
Other teams.
You're making me so suicidal. You're making me so mad. Oh my god. I'm gonna be watching. I love the Lions and I want to watch the Lions all season.
Here we go.
But there's gonna be such a sour taste in my mouth every time he does something great.
Yeah.
Relax.
No, it's gotta be Miles. He saw that same play and he was like, "Nah, that's."
I don't think it's.
Look at him go.
Oh my
Monty.
god.
That was David Montgomery. He's a nice runner too.
He's a beautiful.
So yeah, I'm taking the Vikings on that one against
I'll take
the
the
Buccaneers.
Vikings. I think the Bucks are gonna be really scoreless.
Bucks still have a good defense, but
Yeah, but nothing
their offense
crazy.
still has to click. They still have to get together.
Absolutely. I think their defense is gonna be able to hold the Vikings even with Fraud Cousins.
All right. Why don't you go?
He's one of the best. He's one of the best quarterbacks.
Yeah.
In the league. They're not gonna call.
He like pretty consistently steps up. Last year they had a good record. Game after that is Jaguars and Colts. Honestly, I don't know. I think the Jaguars are really good.
If the Jaguars,
but we haven't seen what the Colts can do, and I feel like that's contrary to what you've been saying about like the Panthers and the Texans and those other teams. But I have a good feeling about the Colts.
There's a different energy coming out of the Colts.
Ooh, he's getting off the field. He's not. I mean, that's not good that he's hurt, but Jahmyr Gibbs is in now.
Damn. Yeah, no, rest up, buddy. Let's take it easy.
Yeah,
One of my parlays.
Don't rush back in there.
Please, bro, please. Just let me get a touchdown. You can do whatever you want. You can walk in with a king.
Bogies, come on.
I'm sorry. Listen.
This game is Titans Saints. I'm taking the Jaguars in the other game, by the way.
Oh yeah, I'm taking the Jaguars too.
All right, Titans Saints.
Titans Saints. I'm gonna go with the Titans.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Saints. Honestly.
Who is the Titans starting quarterback right? Is it still Tannehill?
Tannehill, yeah.
It's still Tannehill. All right.
Fraud Hill. Oh, he fell.
Damn. Oh, and he picks it up. And he gets negative. All right.
See
all those points he gave me before?
That was very clearly him thinking he was still in college because he went down and then got back up and didn't keep running. If no one touches him, he's not
still
down.
good, yeah.
In college, once you hit the ground,
that's
plays
typical rookie mistake, but it's all right.
Yeah, you know. I mean, look, he got a couple.
He's a young buck.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm taking the Titans. I'm taking the Saints on that one. You're taking the Titans. Game after that is Raiders Broncos. I'm going to take the Broncos on that, honestly. I think Russ is going to be better this year. I think the Raiders' offense we've yet to see, but it's supposed to be still not bad, still relatively good.
over the top. Beautiful. Is that a
That's
touchdown?
wicked.
That's fine because I have one of my parlays at Amon-Ra St. Brown touchdown, and I have it in one of my other fantasy leagues that I didn't listen to.
Degenerate.
Oh yeah, no, listen,
You're
I'm
ragging
back.
on me this whole time, and yet it's good for you if he scores.
I don't want him to score any yards. I
I'm
want
taking
him
the
to
Broncos against the
I want him to
Raiders.
get a touchdown at the 1
The
yard.
next game is the Dolphins and the Chargers.
Dolphins. Dolphins, but this is gonna be his last game of his life.
Actually, I saw footage of Tua getting hit in the preseason, and apparently he's been working with a jiu-jitsu coach to kind of transfer his energy when he gets hit and knocks over, and he doesn't like land on his hit. He kind of rolls over. So hopefully he doesn't get as many concussions that way, but I'm sure he's still going to get hit and slammed to the ground.
Listen, he's still delicate. Like
Yeah.
he walked out with like 3 concussions last year.
Yeah, that was a rough game to watch. They just kept showing that replay over and over.
It's
Him getting
really
slammed down and him just on the ground.
Man,
and I'm like,
his
hey
hands.
man, stop.
Let's not watch this anymore.
I
Yeah.
tweeted it. I was like, let's play a game called How Many Times Are They Going to Show a Replay of Tua's Concussion?
Well, good thing Twitter doesn't exist anymore.
Next thing, Dolphins Chargers. It's tough. I think I'm going to take the Dolphins on that one.
I'm gonna say Dolphins.
They both have equally good teams with rising defenses, solid defenses. I think the Dolphins are just gonna. I think the Dolphins are gonna take it.
I think the Dolphins just have a more complete offense and a more.
I wouldn't say because you got Justin Herbert who's established for the Chargers.
But I'm saying,
Eckler's a great
I'm saying
running back.
complete as a whole unit.
No, I would say the Chargers have the
Still
more
say the
complete.
Chargers?
They have Keenan Allen and Mike Williams as their top receivers. Gerald Everett, who's a solid tight end. You have Austin Eckler, who's one of the best running backs in the league.
It's true.
Justin Herbert, one of the best quarterbacks in the league. But yeah, no, I mean Miami's got a
Miami's got a solid team.
Yeah.
So I'm saying Dolphins.
Yeah, I'm also going to say Dolphins on that. Rams, Seahawks. I'm taking the Seahawks.
Seahawks, baby.
Yeah.
Geno Smith.
Rams are frauds. No Cooper Kupp. Now they're saying it's nerve damage, not just a hamstring
Yeah,
injury.
so he's out for a while. So
Yeah, it's gonna be rough.
I put a smile on my face knowing that so many other people got Cooper Kupp and not me. I mean, I hope he gets better, but.
Yeah.
Ha
Game after that is Eagles Patriots. I'm taking the Eagles.
Eagles. Eagles.
Eagles are Super Bowl team last year. They didn't get any worse. They drafted some great guys.
The Patriots were the worst in their own division, and the division has the Jets in it.
What are you trying to prove?
I'm trying to prove the Patriots stink.
So you're taking the Eagles in that one. Game after that is Packers and Bears. Taking the Bears.
I'm gonna say Bears. I really want to see
Packers. Yeah, I want to see how the Packers do.
the Packers.
Post Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, the Packers are giving the same energy as the Texans, and it's not the same energy as the Colts. I think the Packers are not going to have a great year this year, or it's going to be one of the best years ever.
We'll see.
I don't think there's any in between. I'm very hot and cold.
Sunday night is Cowboys versus Giants.
Cowboys, man. I don't know what the Giants did at the end to really get them into the playoffs, but I don't think they're gonna have
card, baby.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna have that same luck, especially against the Cowboys, which they've never beat the Cowboys.
We're just saying things now, I guess.
Yeah,
huh?
we are. We are just saying things. No, I think it's gonna.
So you're taking the Cowboys on that
I'm
one.
taking the Cowboys. And then
Monday night, 9/11, Bills versus Jets.
The Bills. I am very excited that you and I are going to get our Black Friday seats against the Dolphins for cheap because this is going to be a rough beginning of the year and ticket sales are going to drop.
Yep.
I'm not going to argue. We have a rough schedule. I think we have either the third.
Aaron Rodgers is a good quarterback, man.
But I think just in general, outside of my hatred for Aaron Rodgers, I think statistically we have either the third or fifth hardest schedule in the league.
I think fourth.
Fourth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just go in between my numbers. And yeah, no, I agree. I think it's...
All right. Yeah,
I got
I'm going to
nothing.
take the Jets on that one.
You're going to take the Jets?
I am.
Against the Bills?
We got to pay them twice, man.
Well, maybe I'm wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong. I'll still bet the Jets. I'm still going to bet on the Jets every week like I did for the entirety.
Sure you will.
I'll bet right now. I got paid. Don't question me. I swear to you I'm betting the Jets. As much as I believe in the downfall of Aaron Rodgers, I'm going to still bet the Jets because it's still my team.
Good. I'm glad. You're really convincing me right now.
Because you know what? At the end of the day, if Aaron Rodgers makes me money, I'm not too mad at him.
Oh, yeah. Now you're going to flip the script on how you feel about him.
Absolutely. Midway through, I'm going to delete every
You're going to be like, wow, I love Aaron Rodgers from the beginning. I've always been a fan of him since 2005.
I'm literally going to edit every video that we've ever posted and change and cut out the clips of me hating Aaron Rodgers, which is going to be a third of every episode since we got Aaron Rodgers. I talked a lot of crap on the senior citizen. Ooh, what a nice catch. Who was that? Oh, wow, he's getting a little...
Tight end.
Tight end.
Oh, there's one.
Check. Who cares? Not Kelsey. Anyways, guys. Oh, last week you had like a little... You had like a deep question. You want to hit us with another one?
Yeah. I guess I can hit you with another one. Would you rather relive your best memory or erase your worst one?
I'd rather relive my best memory. Because this is very similar to last week when we talked about either rewinding or going forward.
Right. Not changing anything about the past.
I don't regret. I don't have a lot of regrets in life, so I wouldn't want to but also I wouldn't want to forget my worst memory because I had to learn something from it. I learned, you learn from everything, so I'd rather to relive my best memory, enjoy and savor that moment, and keep the worst memory and just always have it be a reminder so I don't do it again. What about you?
I think I'd say the same thing. I have a theory about the last question that kind of ties into this one. I feel like people our age, younger people, would probably choose to have a pause button rather than a rewind because they have more of their life to live. And like enough of their life has happened, and like there's stuff they still want to savor because they have more of their life. But I feel like older people would want to rewind because even more of their life has happened, and there's not too much more to their life, as grim as that sounds.
Yeah.
And there's probably a lot of memories that they have of people that aren't around anymore.
You're right, and that would tie into they'd rather relive their best memories.
Right, that too. Yeah.
Look at Patty Mahomes. He runs like he's got rocks in his calves.
What does that mean?
You knew what I meant. But no, I do agree. I think so do you think someone older in life would rather relive their best memory? Like, do you think they would still agree? Relax. NFL's officially back. We know. That's why we're at the Wingboys podcast.
You know.
Thank you guys so much for watching. New videos. Whenever I post them, I'm not going to even give you a weekly lie anymore because I be lying sometimes. Now that football's back, I really do want to push it more. If there's a day that you guys would want us to post, I have us posted on Sundays, but that is, the day of football. So I can understand why you guys would want to watch on that day. Let me know what day you would want the episodes to drop, and then that'll hold me accountable to actually dropping them.
Yeah.
New videos coming. I like these questions. We'll try and find new stuff. If you have anything you guys want us to talk about, any wings you want us to try, any hot sauce you want to try, let me know. Comment them down below or at us. Our at's going to be down here. Any parting words? No one else.
Eating a burger with no honey mustard. Eating a burger with no honey mustard.
Bye, guys.